Hey there guys, it's Dr. George here from thehealthybear.com, and today I wanted to talk about health advocacy and the importance of feeling heard and feeling respected when you are dealing with people who are offering healthcare. I've talked previously about how to find a gay GP and how important that is, and I've also talked about in a post called The Squeaky Wheel about sometimes you've just got to put your foot down and stand up for what you think is right, and to stand up for yourself and say, look, the way I'm being treated is poorly. Today's experience basically involved me leading a 6-page letter of complaint to one of the local hospitals, and I have to say it wasn't pleasant at all. After writing the complaint, I felt pretty much sick to the stomach. I felt awful. I felt sad. I felt despondent. I felt rejected, and I felt treated so disrespectfully to the point that I was left thinking, well, you know, the people at this particular clinic clearly don't give a fuck about me, and I'm a doctor. How the hell do they care for the patients that don't have the ability to represent themselves like I do? And for that reason, I often recommend to my patients that if they're sick, if they're unwell, and if they feel that they haven't been heard, cared for, or treated respectfully, that they have somebody who beside them, like a health advocate, who can go with them and help them through the journey. It can make a really big difference. The other thing is, don't be afraid to complain. I know it sounds awful, and to be honest, I was actually quite fearful about making my complaint today, because I thought all it's going to do is upset the people at the hospital, and I had a very significant worry that it'll likely mean that my level of care would get worse. Then, having written the actual letter, I realised it can't get any freaking worse. So it's actually been quite a cathartic thing for me, because I now know that there's a line drawn in the sand of what I think is loving, careful, respectful treatment, and clearly these people aren't able to give it to me. And I would not want that for anybody else as well. So what's today's post really about? I suppose it is that, guys, if you are in a situation where you don't think that you are being treated respectfully, in a situation where you don't think you're being heard, and your significant concerns are not being addressed, it's very, very important that you stand up for your rights. And if you don't feel strong enough, make sure you've got somebody there with you who can also stand up for your rights, because it's these sort of situations that make a huge difference to your own feeling of self, to your own feeling of worthiness, to your own feeling of happiness. It's uncomfortable and it's yucky, but it's worth it. So I will keep you up to date on how everything has gone. But guys, if you're in this situation, make sure you've got a good GP. I put a link below on how to find a really good gay GP. I might create a few more videos on how to find a GP that's willing, strong, and able to represent your needs, if the case may be. Please feel free to leave your comments below. Have you had an experience like this? I'd like to hear about it. Yours in good health, in respectful health, and in health that everybody is involved, cared for, and loved. Dr. George. See you guys.